So this part two of the angels or the archangels of light, and understanding how the angels are a part of the divine spectrum, or you want to say the electromagnetic spectrum. So this is light on the divine spectrum. Remember, everything comes from the electromagnetic spectrum when you're talking about light frequencies, and this is created through dark matter, dark energy, when it's when energy is being set in motion, and understanding that before there's manifestation and creation, it was the primordial water. So then when manifestation and creation was what was happening, and you have the higher consciousness meeting the spirit, or meeting spirit to form matter, or to form mother, or to form the matrix, is an understanding that there had to be a spiraling motion or a spin, or how everything has oscillation, or has a cyclical or a cycling nature. Everything that vibrates has to have a cycle or a frequency, and we understand time works in cycles. So in time, we understand that light is created in time, and we understand that this light that we see, or we are comprehending, is coming at angles, shaping and forming and fashioning the realms. And so these are teaching you how all the, basically from the head from Kether, or what we call, this is just Metatron's, this is the tree of life inside of Metatron's cube. So you would have Metatron's cube, and then you have the tree of life that is inside of the cube, and that's what this is right here. And I'm gonna show y'all that. And wait, before I show y'all that, remember, this is the Cabal, Kabbalistic system that came from, it's I think it's Greek, but it came from Egypt. And the point of what I'm getting at is, a lot of times us as spiritual people, we get caught up into the culture too much. It's like, yeah, I understand the culture, and I understand they have certain religions and different things like that, or certain dogmas, or certain set ways of how they think of things, but it's an understanding that all you need to know is the information itself. You don't need to know the exact spheres of this and things like that, because they're going to have different names for different, what they quote unquote call angels, or what they might call them this and this religion and this and this, and these are titles, right? So it's just the understanding, you just need to know what the energy represents, and that's how you can put yourself on that frequency. And when you know how angles and frequencies and different things work, then from there, you can start to imagine the realms itself, and it can start to come into your actual energy, into your field. So, but all that, I don't give a, let me just be real, I don't give a fuck who thinks I should have to know about your full religion, your full dogma, and all this. You feel me? I teach the way I teach, because I understand that it just opens the awareness, it opens the mind. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not here to get caught up into this person's system, and this person's spiritual system, and all that. You feel what I'm saying? That's never really been me. So I'm giving you what my own higher self, and what the Most High wants me to talk about, or wants me to deliver in the message. Or you talking about these downloads or these messages when we talk about angels. We were just talking about this. So remember, this came to me just like it comes to anybody else. So I just had to put that in there, because I feel like a lot of people are going to want to question, how do I know this information, or what teacher are you under, and things like that. It's like, no, bro, I've always been the type, I let life teach me. You feel what I'm saying? Obviously, I shout out the great teachers like Bobby Hemmett, and Brother Panic. I'm talking about Phil Valentine. You talking about Freeman. Freeman L, Dr. York, you know what I'm saying, Seven Bomar, a lot of your great teachers. I watched a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, I love their work. But when I teach, ultimately, I can't be a copy of somebody else. I have to give you the right knowledge and right wisdom and information, yes, but I don't have to do it in the manner in which everybody else does it. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not going to follow their dogma to the T. I know we're talking about the Ain Sulfur, and we're talking about these paths of ascension and different things like that. But this is just for you to understand how to access higher frequencies, right? So remember, angels connect at at an angle, or you're talking about at a circular spheres or a curved angle, right? It's understanding that they can often be associated with more than one color. So although Michael is represented by the blue energy or the blue ray, we understand that he also influences green, because like I said, blue and yellow make green, right? And so you would have primary colors, and you have, you know what I'm saying, just your different secondary and primary colors. So although people use these charts for examples, these charts are to show you that from the highest level of from energy, or not even energy, I'm gonna say from consciousness, from the highest level of consciousness, or we call it soul, to, you know, coming into, or to undifferentiated matter, from undifferentiated matter to what we call the Kether, or the crown, or the top of the tree of life, right? And there's understanding that this connects to the spiritual and physical worlds. So, and remember, this is talking about matter. This is talking about when things are encased inside of, you know, light. So basically, you're talking about Kether would be like the unity of the consciousness, the I am. You feel what I'm saying? There's no, where you don't see the illusion of separation. There's no duality. So the opposite of Metatron would be Themiel, or be the dualistic perspective of the ego. Now, when you're talking about, so remember, this is a field, or we're talking about a consciousness, so it's like a mind. So it's understanding that the right side is like the right brain, right pillar. So it's understanding that the right side is dealing with, you're talking about wisdom. And now wisdom, this is higher wisdom. This is not lower wisdom. This is not Sophia. Depending on, now, remember, this is a Kabbalah system and not the Gnosticism. Gnosticism is a little different on how they think of things and things like that. But it doesn't really matter. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you just want to know what the energy represents. And ultimately, Chokmah, or wisdom, or this understanding that this is the level of first creation where souls have self-awareness, right? Without form, but have self-awareness. The intellectual understanding, right? So as Metatron was Aleph, this number 2 would be Bet, or be, so this is talking about the alphabet and how the alphabet connects to the electromagnetic spectrum. So it would be, A would be Aleph, B would be Bet. Then you're talking about Raziel, Archangel Raziel. Raziel is the secrets of God. It teaches you the secrets of God and teaches you about wisdom, and pretty much helps you with understanding of higher intellect and higher knowledge and higher things like that. So as Raziel leads to insight in this inner wisdom and this these outer understanding of things, the opposite force would be Chagiel, or confusion, pretty much the confusion of God. Pretty much this will be the opposite polarity, to confuse you instead of to enlighten you. And the next one is the Bina, or the Archangel Zadkiel, right? And Bina means understanding, right? And so this is the level of, remember, these first 3 are the levels of first creation, right? And we're talking about, remember, everything is in cycles of 3. And once you know that everything is in cycles of 3, so you would have these cycles, everything in 3 sets of 3, which makes the 9. And so you have these other cycles that are doing the same thing. So you understand that everything in 3s will continue to create the proper balance of resonance in all fields. And that's why everything is in 3s. Now, I'm going to get to the third one here in the next video, because I know this time is about to end on here. But you really want to understand that the number 3 is as important as anything when you're talking about consciousness. It's something special about that number. We say 369, yes, the 9, but something so special about that number 3. When you're thinking how everything comes in 3s, no matter what you do, if you look at a field, if you look at an atom,